everyone, this is Shannon from Thermaltake here, and today we're going to take a look at the Thermaltake suite for CES 2014. We've brought more products here than we probably have ever at any CES previously. So let's take a look at some of the products and some of the key innovations that Thermaltake is offering for the PC DIY enthusiast. Hey everyone, for our chassis, we have something really special for you. We have two new designed chassis that are really high-end. They're designed to be truly hybrid chassis. They can be either really high-end air cooling or really high-end liquid cooling. First up here, we have actually built a liquid cooled system within the Urban T81 here, and you'll notice the top can fit both 120 or 140 mounts. It can also fit in the front 120 or 140 mounts, and that means you can go up to a 360 or even 420 millimeter radiator, and even in the rear you can go a 120 or 140 millimeter radiator, so you can fit a ton of liquid cooling within this chassis interior. And you'll also notice that the front and rear panels are very thick to allow push and pull radiator, or even the way it came stock is with 200 millimeter fans up top and front. So therefore you can even leave those in place along with radiators just to help evacuate some air. If you're not going push or pull, you can even leave those in place and just make for a really extreme cooling setup. And then next up, we actually have one of the default setups as it comes from out of the box. We have some 200 millimeter fans front and then 200 millimeter top, along with a 140 in the rear. And then we have one of our larger, our Frio Extreme coolers. And one really cool feature you'll notice is this, like the Level 10 GT, you have the opening swinging door, which can be removed, but you also have this unique second door, which covers the drive bays, which are fully removable, as you saw in the liquid cooled chassis, to allow fitment of larger liquid cooling components, including cylinder reservoirs or whatever you need to fit in there. And also, it actually has a plate that goes in right here, which will allow a mounting of a hard drive, even with all of those hard drive docks removed. And then we have our Core V71, which is the second of our larger chassis this time around. And once again, we'll start off with the liquid cooling one, where you can see there's a huge liquid cooling setup. We've got the same kind of compatibility, comes with 200 millimeter radiators top and front. And then you have the ability to remove the drive cages, rearrange things to make it fit however you see necessary for your cooling system. Along with the air cooling one, you can see how it comes equipped as stock with the 200 mil LED blue fans on this one. And also you have your blue drive cages, much like you've seen in your Chaser series, things like that. And this is the Core V71, and it's stock or it's out of the box configuration stock. And also, once again, with our Frio Extreme, it kind of gives you an idea of the massive amount of cooling power and performance components can be fit into these large chassis. Okay guys, now one more key point on the Urban T81 and Core V71 is that while these are huge, highly featured chassis, they also come with a very aggressive price point. So the Urban T81 comes to market with an MSRP of, at this time, $189.99, where the Core V71 comes in at $159.99, which means all this capability it has puts it in a very competitive market, especially at that price point. And even more of our chassis offering, we now have some more new entries into the Urban series, starting with our Urban S1, which is a really compact and also very good value chassis, coming in at about $49.99, having full USB 3.0 front ports, along with your full front panel power reset and your headphone and mic jacks. It has full compatibility for ATX motherboards, micro ATX, all that good stuff, but in a really small, compact form factor. And then also, beyond the S series, we also have the new R and T series. And so you have your R21 here, which, as you notice, has no front door. So it just has a more flush look like the rest of the Urbans, but it's really sleek looking, but no front door. So you can actually see the 5 1/4 and the 3 1/2. You can see that all there. And then we have the T21, which is like the S1, has a front door, but it's much smoother and integrated directly to the front panel. So it gives you more options through the Urban series to give you the style you're looking for, while having options. So therefore you have the smooth, sleek style across all of them, but all different design elements for the style to match your build. Okay, and well, more of the Urban series, we actually moved to even much smaller, a replacement or an addition to our Landbox line, or to a Landbox type of series or style of case. We have the Urban SD1. You can see here, it actually has specialized fitment across the top so that you can actually fit one of our Water 2.0, Water 3.0 units, the 120 millimeter right here. There's actually mounting along with SSD mounting. There's plenty of room for larger graphics cards, up to 2 of them, closely spaced together, like on a micro ATX chassis. And you can see it has the door just like the other S series, along with the USB 3.0 front panel, your power reset switches, all that good stuff up front, along with having just a sleek, simple look for a small Landbox style case. And then moving along with the, like we said, the T and the R series, we have, you've seen previously the S31. Well, this is the T31 and the R31. It carries the same kind of design language, with the T31 having the door, but having it kind of melded into the front of the chassis, so it's not really apparent it's there until you go to swing it open. And then the R31, which doesn't have a door, but it has still the smooth angled look like you have with the T, and but everything's visible as in your drive bays, so there's no door to open or have to fiddle with if you don't want that kind of thing, but you still get the sleek look of the Urban series. Thank you for coming to CES at CES 2014, and we look forward to offering you more innovative and just creative or even crazy design products, just to give you a better PC DIY experience and just a better and more interesting time building your own PCs.